Alright, going live. Sorry, I was waiting for it to be kicking. Okay, so welcome back to Imperium Maledictum.
Hello.
Hello.
Session 18.
We are post the big brouhaha at the...
We survived the temple.
Yay!
We might have found out that there is a horrible Gribbly's inside the planet needing all this soul juice.
That's probably fine.
It's probably not fine.
Sorry, hang on. That's probably not our problem.
What's up there?
There's a big asterisk just appeared across that sentence that links to something in the subheader saying, yet.
Yeah, fair.
May or may not be our future problem.
Fans, you might be able to get off the world before it becomes.
Unfortunately, this is an imperial world where we must ensure that it pays its imperial tithes. And
does other stuff imperial stuff.
Must we ensure that?
This is the closest to a very effective guard. I mean, considering also, where is it on the galactic scale is the main question.
Scale?
Like, this could also be a trade hub world or a foothold towards other planetary explorations. If it can be a relatively stable warp gate and all that kind of such. Could be a foothold to who knows where.
I should stop staring into the warp and go back to the world map. That's a good idea.
He just missed out on his own page staring into the warp.
I'm just staring at the entrance to the warp the warp spewing temple, as you do.
Yes, but that temple's all shut down now. I'm sure that it won't cause any other problems. Okay, so time has passed, and as we found out at the end of last session, the locals are getting a little bit rowdy again. Prices are rising. There's riots. Generally, people want to kill you.
Yeah,
not more specific than normal though, which is impressive.
Well, not really specifically. Well, okay, yes, me specifically. I'm kind of an asshole.
There is a general sense of unrest across the planet for reasons known and unknown.
I mean, some of the reasons are quite apparent. Looks at giant temple-shaped, scar on the sky.
Also, there's an impressive collection of Amnesec bottles growing outside my door.
What again?
I saw things I don't want to remember seeing, okay?
Fair enough.
So I'm going to give it the old college try. Drink a lot and hope you forget about it.
Don't mind if you come to Mario's door. He opens it shirtless with a bloody flint, the cat of nine tails in his hand, saying, "Yeah, how you doing?"
The pizza delivery guy is really put off by this.
Hey, wrong door, pizza delivery guy. I'm the one who's paying for good rations.
Well, we've already covered this in the pre-game chat. This is the Little Caesars version of pizza.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Remember.
They don't deliver.
He's paying extra.
Assassin!
You know what? I thoroughly think in the Imperium, cheese is a lost technology.
Excuse me, I'm going to go drink heavily.
I wish I was still doing like subtitles for episodes because cheese is lost tech. It's just great.
That's
just put it in. Just do it.
Gray?
Yeah.
I think I need to give a name for our Mech Warrior Mercenary Company. Raiders of the Lost Cheese.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway, continuing on.
The Cheese Wardens.
To be fair, that is not the stupidest thing because we know they've got groks but no cows. Can you milk a groks?
Grox is a lizard, so I don't think they have the thing for it.
You milk a groks more than once?
I'm not even going to complete the thought I was having, but there is a very curtailed amount of lactation possibilities in the Imperium.
So yeah, you're probably right. They probably don't have cheese. I've never heard cheese mentioned in any of the books.
I'm looking it up right now. I thought you should know.
I have. Wow. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My shower thoughts.
The shower thought has burst and breached containment. We are now seriously considering. We do know there's cheese in fantasy. There is absolute cheese in the Empire and fantasy.
No, but the Empire and fantasy has cows and bovines and everything.
Yeah.
But Beyond the Stars has the Holstein, or goat, persevered.
Yeah. The only relation I can get to cheese is when people cheese the game.
Yeah, which is not quite the context.
Cheese is lost tech.
Wait. What's a clop cube?
I'm sorry, what?
I don't think
because standard fare includes fried clop cubes.
Probably soy.
Yeah, I'd say something tofu-y. I assume both people eat something tofu-y.
It could well be tofu-y, to be honest, yeah.
It's quite fun.
Welcome to Culinary Tips of 40K with your hosts.
I don't even think 40K writers think about cheese.
They don't think about food at all, though.
Oh, wait.
They think about one food. They think about
wait, no, that's fantasy.
Yeah, that's fantasy.
That's fantasy. Father. I'm like, wait, I found sheep. No, that's fantasy. And it's even in the second edition books.
Well, the fun thing is the upper
truly, it is a dark future.
Yeah, the Mantic games.
Yes.
So, like, 40K is basically like, what if humanity went feudal? And then you've got the Mantic universe, which is what if the cyberpunk went into space?
Mm-hmm.
Now, all the planets are owned by corporations.
It's not far off. The thing is, I appreciate about Eclipse Phase is that you're supposed to be infiltrating all these different societies as a part of Firewall. So you have the idea of getting how different people live in different circumstances.
Yeah.
Anyway, continuing on from this cheese-based.
Yes.
How about you, Ed? Do you have any?
To escape from this cheeseless hell.
How about you, Ed? Do you have any idea on this cheese thing? Ah, summons time. Okay, go ahead.
It wasn't a pizza after all.
No, it was a summons. Disguised as a pizza delivery man.
Well, there's worse things.
We're in our dormitory. Okay, fair enough.
Yes,
you know what? I perfectly endorse the idea that Inquisitor being so secretive. Even inside your own Inquisitor thing, you have to find the secret signs of your summons and so forth. And he gets
honestly,
pissed.
He's just lucky I spotted the rosette before I opened fire.
See, my brain went the other way. There's no cheese, there's plenty of sausage.
I mean, meat is a thing, unless you're making it.
He hasn't got that.
No,
I could get it. It's right there. I'm deliberately ignoring it.
It's fine.
That is a very British reference, I'm sure.
Oh, I got it. Yeah, it's daft, but I got it.
Right. So, you are brought into the office. The office is looking a bit messier than it did before. It's covered in books and, not quite a conspiracy theory web, but he's obviously doing some heavy research.
No, so it's tutorial web. Come on now.
Would these books be local make? I'm sure.
Some are Imperial. Some, like, your brain hurts just looking at them. Like the covers.
Not. You know what?
There's probably some quite severe conditioning going on.
But I've got this cybernetic eye. It censors such things for me.
And he looks.
Why do I look at the book?
Yeah, he looks distracted, Samba. He'll kind of like notice you'll wave you right over here. I've been contacted by the governor, who is having a slight problem on the lower levels. Apparently, it's our good friends, the priests again. Tries not to look at Mario. Yeah. So they're trying to set up a temple, and in the current political crisis is probably a good word. Climate, if we're going to be polite. It is not going down well. So far, they've had three priests killed, and their place has been burned down twice. 2 nights ago, for the last attack. Now, while I think, obviously, bringing the Emperor into their hearts is important, I do disagree with their methods, and maybe building a big temple and then just expecting people to turn up is a little bit on the optimistic side. But, you know, I'm not a priest, I'm an inquisitor.
Wouldn't they have a better idea of infiltrating missionaries? I thought this would be must be a new guy in charge.
Yeah, so you gotta say yes. There's probably plenty of people in the Imperium who are great at coming in and doing this type of thing. None of them on this planet.
I had a feeling.
No.
So you want us to go and get some of those people then? Yes? No?
No. Okay. The problem is there seems to be some sort of organised resistance. So they keep building the temple, it keeps burning down and falling over. And they keep building it back up because, you know, they're simple folk. You know, salt of the earth.
Stubborn.
And
ecclesiarchy, right.
Yes.
What the governor has asked is if we could look into the problem and maybe stop the people who are burning it down before they burn it down again. It's getting to be a little bit embarrassing. I'm sure once they've actually got it open for a bit, they'll start getting converts, and you know, people will realise that the God Emperor is exactly what they need. But for now, we need to actually stay on this world, and it's getting a little bit hairy with that little stunt at the temple. There's already reports that the land around there is starting to look a little less green than it was before.
So interesting.
If you could wander down to the lower levels, figure out what's going on, murder whoever it is doing it, and then we can carry on with something a bit more important.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions? Nope. Excellent. Go away and leave me to my work.
One is not suicidal enough to question an inquisitor.
So,
Gotcha. Okay. Wait, we didn't ask which level it was.
He'll give you the directions. It's fine. The secretary will give you directions. She's back into her normal clothes rather than the assassin's bodysuit.
Who has been? We need to find out who's been tasked with the temple erection. What part of the Imperial people we're dealing with here?
Oh, it's in Midstorm. They've got their own section. They've got their own temple builders and stuff like that. It doesn't need Mechanicus. You know, they're not building anything that technological. And a lot of them,
piling stones.
A lot of them piling stones on top of each other, or at least in the case of building one in a hive city, carving out bits of the old superstructure to make it look better is something that a pious person likes to get their hands dirty doing. It's there we go. Sector 101, which is kind of mid-level.
Sector 101, huh?
Mm-hmm. So kind of mid-level.
You don't know what in there.
You know, they'll get some real food still. This is a garden world anyway. So. But
I've heard rumors about a Dot's Diner in Sector 101. Apparently pretty good.
There's one room you don't want to go into, but yeah, most people can avoid that. Right. What do you do?
Wait, so we gotta figure. Well, also we gotta find out who. They're not using local construction. Are they using local construction or their own factional builders? You already said that you're using factional builders. Don't let me.
If they're their own people.
I'm trying to think, where they're securing the materials from.
Oh, they'll be buying locally. The Imperiums worked out some sort of exchange for cash, local cash.
Okay, I may be this line of logic may be going the wrong direction. If you're saying they're being sabotaged, blown up, and actively attacked, not like it's falling over due to shoddy build spent and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, it's being burned down. They've killed 2 priests. Okay. No, this is more we're actively burning you down than like it fell over because I built it in a swamp.
Swamp inside a hive city, yeah. The swamp level.
Oh, not the swamp level.
Someone take the lead on this one because my brain is not working.
That's all right. If it's a swamp level, just watch out for anything Dark Soulsy in it. Now back actually on top. Yeah, exactly.
Why are those archers up there?
They're just watching.
Menacingly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. I think the first step would be to fake up some Arbite credentials and see if we can get a copy of any Arbite reports on the matter.
Yeah. Sounds good. We should talk to the temple security as well, assuming anyone survived.
Shouldn't be that difficult.
Because if they don't have security by the second time, then I'm pretty sure it was an inside job.
How does the phrase go? Faith protects, but body armor never hurt either. Same could be applied to security guards.
Trust the Lord, but tie up your camel.
What is this camel you speak of? Very well. How would we go about? I'm just thinking of the check we'd use to really try and gen up some Arbite creds, or at least go and have a word with the Arbites. Because Adid's right, that feels like a good start. If they have any information, we could use that vector in.
Yep.
Oh, it's a firework.
Would you think, say...
Sorry. I heard a noise. It's like, what the hell just made that noise? Someone's firing a firework off outside.
Oh.
It's just like a really weird noise. I thought it came from my computer.
No. It's in fact your computer actually developing a small mortar tube. You should look into that.
That's probably fine.
Yeah. Someone's shelling me. It's all good.
That's why your computer's developing the mortar tube.
Here comes
counter battery.
Exactly.
So, it'd be law. But what laws do you got?
That is a very good question.
Because you've got law skills.
I have a point of law theology. That'll tell us about the priests. I wager probably not the
lore theology, lore forbidden Xenos.
Law allowed Xenos. Law Xenos we don't talk about.
Probably just be lore Imperium, right?
Yeah. They are Arbites.
Where's my common lore bureaucracy checks when I need them?
Yep. You got rapport as well.
Rapport I can do.
I got the rapport 40.
Actually, in this one, it's Lore Adeptus Terra. Strange name.
Okay. I remember that they went. Games Workshop went through and renamed everything to be trademarkable.
Yes. Terrible plan.
The Stormtroopers, I know the Adeptus Scions. What the heck would that mean?
Well, they're the Adeptus Scions. Rapport is not going to be my strong point. Do I have a law that would do?
Gray, would it be report charm?
Yeah, if you go on to charm.
All right.
So if you actually have charm, you could take the lead on that one.
I do have charm. And area of authority, you're right.
So I can give you advantage on this if you want to roll it.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, I'm going to go for an area of authority check first.
All right. So you're going to talk to the police.
No, I'm not. How fortunate that talents have no downside for failing.
They give you a form.
I'll try and talk my way out of it.
Well, you can still talk at least.
They give you they take back the form.
I crit the form.
Critical success.
How do you critically succeed on a form?
No typos.
You dot your I's and you cross your T's and dot your I's.
You do the form so well that they realise it's no longer a useful form.
They hand me the form. I hand them my pre-filled copy of the same form.
The bureaucrats take a step back. This is man is a master.
My God. This one understands.
He has to pre-fill the forms. Quick, get him another form.
See if we can replicate him.
Yeah. You have to fill out a 40 seat. It's already in front of them. And a seat. Another one in front of them.
Anyway.
And that is when you realise you've shown your talents in front of the wrong people.
We have...
Well, fortunately, the Inquisitor trumps the form.
Yeah, true.
Right, so you start chatting with the local police. I'm assuming, are you going for the Imperial Arbeits? So they don't have much power here, so the local police would be the better option.
Yeah, I'm going with the locals.
Yeah. So they're going to be relatively tight-lipped. They don't know who you are. I'm assuming you're not saying you're an Inquisitor. Born.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we'd rather not advertise that sort of thing again. After how many times we've been told off for being a bit too brash by now?
Yeah.
Well, this is a bit no reason we decided we couldn't use subtlety.
Yeah.
He hasn't complained too overtly yet, but we haven't really embarrassed him yet.
No, you could have been a bit quieter, but you've also got the job done. And at the end of the day, that's all a lot of Inquisitors care about.
Yeah, true.
He's not the ultra secret type because most people know he's here for the Imperium at least.
Gray does not want to play a game with me having to deal with an ultra secret person.
To be fair, we haven't really flashed our Inquisition credentials hardly at all.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Why go direct when we can subcontract? Let's go find a private detective.
You walk down a back alley. Suddenly, the colour drains from the world.
Yes.
Not again.
I'm among my people.
The noir man.
Everyone's suddenly smoking cigarettes. They're not cigarettes in this, are they?
Low sticks or whatever it is, yeah.
I pull out my low stick.
Someone walks back with a strange, small musical case.
But again, that's the thing. After we work with we try talking to the police. Also, first things first, we want to talk to the people working in the church as well. So we can split up if you like. Me and Sabine could go churchward and interrogate them, while you guys interrogate the local cops.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
Yeah, all right.
That was like a plan.
We'll carry on with the cops because Terran's already made his roll. So Sarkis just kind of finds the guys hanging around. Starts up a conversation. Are you entering this? You being blatant or you just chummy?
How about we do the off-world insurance investigators shtick?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out if this was arson or if this was not arson, so we can talk our way out of it.
Definitely arson, and we can't talk too much about it. But yeah, they doused the poor guy in charge in Prometheum and set him on fire.
I see. It does sound like arson.
Yeah. So, of course, investigations are ongoing, but from the surviving witnesses, we were able to put together a fairly good fit, and we're sure we'll be able to bring them to justice forthwith. Right, make me a intuition check.
Yeah, there we go.
I have that. Intuition people?
Yes, it's definitely intuition people.
I have that. The dice have abandoned me. Fate. Oh boy, I failed slightly less bad.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Let's be chat. Right. Okay. So you can't get much of a read on him. You know, he's wearing mirror shades, that sort of thing. So
Mirror
God,
shades,
he's
huh?
gone full disco. Never go full disco.
you can't see the eyes.
He's gone cyberpunk. I see.
He stares across
Yes,
at the people with pink mohawks.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
okay, he
He
has
didn't talk to them.
augmentation. He's not even wearing glasses. He just has the shades built into his eyes, into his face.
But yeah, he'll give you that, and then he'll kind of lock up, and he won't tell you much more than beyond. We're investigating, and we expect to have the perpetrators in custody soon.
I don't suppose you could pass me a line on those witnesses.
Ooh, that's going to be a difficult charm.
All right. Why on earth does my difficult check say difficult terrain?
Probably
Yeah,
because
it
you're
should be difficult
you're making a check on a map with your token down.
Right.
That might be it. Anyways, I succeeded my difficult terrain charm check.
All right, if you're there, yeah, here you go. These
You're
are
great
the
help.
Imperial guys, and these are the few locals they had hanging around.
That'll be really great. Listen, if you ever want to insure this building, you give us a call, all right? I'm passing my card. It's part of my disguise equipment.
Excellent. He kind of looks
Of course,
at
I have disguise clothing.
Yeah. Thought you were going to be your card you popped up then. What did he say in the card?
Oh, interstellar insurance. If it burns down, we'll find out about it.
2 to 1500 years lifetime.
Yes. Office in every sector. You know, the usual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it gives you a list. Like, most of them are priests, but there's a few like local addresses on there.
All right.
Right, we'll nip into
Sounds
the
great.
temple.
Oh, yep.
All right, entering the temple.
I don't have that recap anymore.
Yeah. As you enter the temple, the smell of burnt, like wood, stone, people is quite quite pungent. You'll see there's a number of kind of adepts and lay preachers who are sweeping up, repiling stuff, scrubbing the giant statue of the emperor that's been stuck at one end of the room. And someone's tried to burn that down, but it's made of sterner stuff. You can't burn the emperor.
When you make the emperor out of burn food.
You also notice off in a corner a greenish glow covered in like linen, like a cloth. It's glowing from underneath it.
Weird.
Okay. Suspicious. Let's
so what's
approach
up with the obvious red herring?
Yeah, exactly. But we might as well identify the red herring first. And right now it's green, technically, rather than red. So we need to check it and find out what color it actually is.
I mean, they're all busy working around all that kind of such, right?
Yeah. They're not gonna.
No one really has a costed us or anything else like that.
No.
Do I have my sleight of hand on here? Stealth, conceals, acrobatics. You know what?
Make an acrobatics check and just like handstand across the room. No one's going to notice that.
No. Okay, I'm going to Oh wait, what's going on? Come on. There we go. No wait, that's improves things. What's going on here? There we go. I'm going to sneakily just spend a feint for advantage. I'm going to use stealth, as in I'm going to move purposely and just lift up and look in before anyone notices to stop me, and then put it back down.
In terms of, you can take an advantage from me because I can give you an assistance with that. I'd like to think less of being stealthy and more just being wandering into the room very obviously, and distracting everyone from you.
Okay, if you want to do that. But
I'll be honest with you. I don't have the skills to do the sneaky stuff, so I'm letting you do it because you're better at it.
06.
See?
Just moving with purpose, as if I'm not in a manner no one would question me, because I'm clearly supposed to be here, doing exactly what the Lord Emperor has told me. I'm gonna walk across, peek underneath the curtain and put it back down.
Excellent. You look underneath,
Anything?
and you are come face to face with a screaming, charred corpse.
Glowing green.
Seems to be inside a stasis chamber.
Glowing green. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it's the light from the open stasis.
Yeah.
Oh wait, they're martyring the man, aren't they? Okay, fair enough.
I think he's been pretty firmly martyred already, by the sounds.
Well, no. Well, they're sanctifying them. Well, look, martyrs are dime a dozen. Getting a good martyr on hand and getting the greater propaganda around it is very hard. So they're just making sure that they've. I'm just going to roll my theology here. Are they canonizing this man?
Yeah, it seems to be that's the plan.
Hopefully he's not cannibalized.
No, he gets rendered down into relics.
I will not. I will look at it, nod sagely, put it back down, and go and return to Sabine. Nothing weird. It's just them going to. They're just going to investigate it. They're just going to saint the man.
Oh, very well.
Posthumously.
Didn't have a name plaque on him, did he?
Did he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Brother Secundus.
Secundus. Okay. Yeah, Secundus.
Well, peculiar they didn't decide to canonize Brother Primus, but there we are.
Look, they need a theological foothold on this planet, and so to canonize the first person martyred while putting up the statue of the Emperor, it does sound like a good psychological, like a good story play.
No, it's a founding seed of faith. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
speaking.
we need to talk to people. Take some witness statements.
Indeed. Well, if they haven't got a new priest in yet, which they might not, we can still talk to whatever clerks they have around here.
Oh no, they've definitely got a new priest. There's someone who's obviously kind of pushing stuff around and stuff like that. Yeah, making sure everyone.
Ask him how he feels about violating inquisitorial edicts.
But we're not going to.
We're not going to do that.
I just want to find out if we should stop this temple from burning down, or let them get the priest, and hopefully the next one's more obedient.
Rapport.
If we want.
So, rapport deception. I am going to get somebody to introduce me to the priest, because I am going to pass myself off as somebody from the Ministorum, being dispatched down here to investigate these horrid assaults on the faith, so that we can get some information, so that they can give us any witnesses or people that they could witness details about this to said priest or congregation. Okay. Instead of being from the Inquisitor, I'm from the Ministorum on this one. How's that?
Okay. You try and pass yourself off like this, yeah.
Do I have? Well, since I'm wearing the robes and everything else like that, they're going to get an event. Do I get a?
Yeah,
make
you
this
get
a little
advantage.
bit easier. Or... Okay, just get advantage. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to it's still it's marginal failure.
Marginal failure, yeah.
Hey, you know what? I'm just going to re-roll that. I'm going to use a fate to re-roll that test. So I want an actual decent failure. I want an actual decent failure.
Not a proper failure.
Fate reroll. There we go. Here we go. Okay, 8 it says.
Yep. But impressive success. You looking
so,
like the most not imperious, studious priest imaginable. You're here to check up. You're exuding like bureaucratic checkup.
You know what? Not just that. I am also. You know what? I am also going to wear my power sword to my side, and it is clear that I am dispatched as an Ministorum leg breaker to stop these horrid, basically like a witch hunter. You know what I mean? From fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
We have those here too.
They're called Inquisitors.
Yes. Well,
No, we don't say the word. We don't say the
Inquisitor. The Inquisitor does other thing. I'm talking about actual like Midstorm. So I'm being said here to deal with the problem. That's what that's the impression I'm giving. I'm going to be giving off. Good day, brother. I see that we are dealing with more people who wish to invest, who wish to increase the number of saints we have.
He's going to look at you. It's like, I'm sorry.
I nod over to the to the covered stasis chamber.
Please forgive my colleague. He has a terminal sense of humor.
I see that
they gave his life for this place. And
yes,
exactly. Him mocking his incoming satyr.
No, I'm not mocking his currency. I am rejoicing in it, for he has given more than anyone else can to the spread of the faith. We can only hope that more of us were to have such fervor and such passion to push for that. But no, I'm here to ensure that those who put him upon the path of the Emperor's hand meet justice. I just need to know who I'm looking for, who and what I'm looking for.
And your name is? Come on, it's a simple question.
Give me a second, I'm thinking.
Has the Emperor... You're thinking your name?
No, I'm a character, I'm thinking. You can call me Justice. You can call me Pious Justice.
Pious
that was named from Justice Piusum.
Oh, okay.
Karina, good morning.
Okay.
Yeah, I must apologise to my colleague. He has a tone for the dramatic as he does good works.
And you are?
I enjoy my work. Good.
I am Sister Karina, his minder and muscle.
Well, I thought I was your minder and your muscle.
That's what you tell yourself to sleep at night. That's your business, not mine. He is in charge. That is the way this tends to go. May the Emperor save us all.
Exactly.
I am merely just looking to share the light of the Imperium with those who wish to ensure that their lives remain in darkness.
And on that subject, perhaps first impression aside, we were told that once again the temple was assailed by the locals.
Yes, unfortunately, 2 nights ago. Father Secundus did his life and, put up a solid fight from what was told, but unable to stop them from attacking and burning it. This is the 3rd time this has happened. The first one was only minor, but this is going to take days to repair, and that's days when we are no longer preaching to the flocks. I mean, we got lay preachers out, but even that is dangerous. People see us kind of preaching, and things are thrown. We've lost 2 already, just disappeared. It feels like an organised force out there, doing their best to fight us.
It certainly sounds like one.
Growing more bold too, as they make more larger and larger assaults as well. Clearly, they're escalating.
You say 2 of them have disappeared. If you'll forgive me asking, did they disappear from the same sort of area?
In these floors, we don't exactly know where they go. We don't give.
But it was these floors.
Yes, they wouldn't have gone too far from the idea is to bring people to this temple. So you want people who are in a decent walking distance.
Reasonable. Was anybody else in the temple when Father Secundus was attempting to defend it, or was it just himself?
There was a couple of lay priests, but they were, they were not as devout as he was, and quickly left. One says to, of course, give us information of his heroic acts, but there's always going to be some who would rather save their skins than die for the Emperor.
Malleable souls. Would you object if we spoke to them to attempt to ascertain any further information about the attack?
Oh, of course. As soon as I've seen your documentation.
I'm just going to turn to Mario on that note.
Oh, ye of little faith, why must you bury this all in paperwork? It is nothing but impediments to the light of the Lord, to the light and quick action of the Lord. 23 for my bullshit. Do you wish for swift action, or do you wish for swift action, or do you wish for this all to be mired as our wanted brother grows cold, as the ember in him dies due to our impious slothness.
Point of order: he won't go cold. He's in stasis.
I do believe my brother was speaking in metaphor.
Right. Oh, yes, of course. Of course. We want to hold up an investigation when you can help us, so yeah, we'll get you to speak to them soon. They're doing duties in the lower reaches as penance. But we can have them brought up again. I'm sure we got the rope somewhere.
No.
Actually, if they're currently walking the floors where the others have been attacked, it might be more prudent if we go down to meet them. We need to investigate the areas where
the floors, as in helping to clean out certain lower areas.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. A few days amongst the muck will hopefully clear their hearts.
Well,
that's not their sinuses. Do not worry. We must all understand that we all come from the same soil.
Yes, and hopefully they will be more pious and forthright going forwards.
And if nothing else, a little more stiff of spine.
Definitely more pungent.
We have walked many parts of this planet already. I am reliably informed the smell does not improve them.
Yes, it does have an odour to it, doesn't it?
Well,
rather sadly.
Well, do not worry. We can await when they've bathed twice.
Right.
But yes, if you don't object, we'll go and speak to them.
Yes.
Yep. And they'll kind of go down and kind of, as you get towards the sewer area, yeah, they're just only clearing stuff out, knocking out stuff. They seem to be being watched by a rather more burly priest. He's making sure that they keep on working.
Good. They need overwatch, clearly. Their faith has been found lacking.
Mm.
Now,
you know what? Give me a second. I'm reading. Can I change my name? My name is going to be Imperatus Pietus.
Oh my god.
What?
Okay, as long as you remember what it is, because at this point you've got enough different cover names where I don't.
I mean, I'm retroactively this one, but yes,
okay, that's different. Yeah, I thought you were giving a different cover name to each person. I just thought this was going to get hideously overcomplicated.
No, Sabine, my dear Sabine. I am just no. This is just me. This is just me retconning the thing. No, this one sounds a lot better. I'm sorry.
No, that's fair enough.
I was thinking that one on the fly, and I'm like, wait a second. I really do miss playing as Pius. What do you call Pius Leviticus? Pius the Pious.
At this point, you could be playing as Pontius Pilate, and I wouldn't know.
Fair enough.
Hey, who updates me? Stop it! I see that.
Today, I am playing.
Oh God! Well, yeah, it is, isn't it? Well, Ted, tonight I'm going to be Pontius Pilate on ice.
Look,
and that's enough sacrilege for one evening.
It's not literally as bad as the time I was playing as the Alpha Legionnaire. All right.
Well, this is true. This is true. All right. So 2 Mugginses here.
Yep. They'll kind of get pulled out. Yeah, you'll give your authorization, and they'll say, "Sirs."
Good day, young man, or sir,
I'm a woman.
madam. You get Madam. Okay, just making
You
sure.
can't tell. There's like 3 layers of muck.
I'm guessing
yes.
they're under muck and chem clothing. Yeah, poor folk, poor buggers.
My name is Imperatus Pietus. I am the man looking into the matter of the sudden sainthood of our good brother, our father. Father. And his name is again. What was his name again?
Secundus.
Secundus father.
Of our good father, a good newly mounted father Secundus.
Oh, yeah. Well, we didn't really see much. We were kind of towards the back when they came up. And, thought it was best to go get help.
Very... Wait, if you're near the back, how'd you get out?
Oh, there's like multiple doors in and out of these places. These buildings are always built
But
Robins.
But they came in through the front door.
Yes, they brought in boulders brass, 10 of them.
10 of them, you say?
Yeah, they brought their own kind of cans. But the brothers, fuel. They started,
presumably.
Yeah, but they started pouring it over everything. The brother ran forward and told them to stop, and they punched him and fell to the floor. And we didn't see much more after that. We were out looking for help.
Well, I do apologize for. Wait a second. I have a question, good young ma'am. I forgot the test before. Do you happen to have any surveillance equipment for this temple, or on the outsides at least?
No, why would you need that?
In case 10 guys break in and needing to about to do harm to you and your congregation.
Well, at that point, it's too late, isn't it?
I think perhaps that's something to take with the new father upstairs. I suspect.
Yeah, that's also something to be seen on the outside. I mean, this is a hive city, and there would be CCTV anywhere and everywhere. But I do apologize for making you relive such a traumatic situation. But the main question I must ask you, ma'am, is could you give at least some? Do you have any idea, like anything you've noticed, a description of the gentlemen with their? Were they all wearing distinct clothing? Were they all just wearing different sets?
They seem to be wearing some sort of loose uniform.
You do? Could you describe it?
Just kind of basic fatigues.
Like workers' fatigues?
No, military.
Military fatigues.
Military fatigues, very well.
Yeah, they were wearing that armor. They had. I couldn't tell it from the distance, but it seemed to have some sort of like patch or like what do you call it? Where they put it around the shoulder, the arm band.
A
yes,
sash, you say?
Yeah, something around their shoulder that we couldn't see what it was. A marking of some sort.
Interesting. Anything of colors you can remember?
No, it's kind of what you'd expect for someone who wanted urban camouflage. So grey.
So grey with a sash on the shoulder. Oh God, are we dealing with Starship Troopers characters? Anyway, I'm sorry. Leave that out. Leave that aside. Huh.
I hate to break it to you, Discard. It's a live recording. We can't exactly edit stuff out.
I don't need to not say anything stuff out. I'm just that's my where my brain is going. All right.
Fair enough.
Anyway, no, that sounds about. If that's all you can give us for that,
yeah.
How about your other colleague, the other person that was there at the time?
Oh, I was out the door first.
The first to go get help. I understand.
Yes, okay. As soon as they were in, I was already out unlocking the back door. We hoped the father would follow us, but obviously he decided to go meet the Emperor.
Truly, his courage will be rewarded. Commendable. Well, I hopefully I will put my hand on their. Well, I'm not going to touch their shoulder, but above.
I really wouldn't.
Yeah. Hopefully
hopefully we all have our places to serve under the Emperor's light. So hopefully you can, after much understanding of the muck of the society, you will gain a greater understanding of the duties needed of a man of the cloth. I will bid you a good day.
One more thing, if I may.
Mhm.
If we bring you a pic of the uniform in question, do you think you remember it well enough to identify it?
Yes, I'm sure.
Very well. Carry on.
They get pushed back into the hole.
Salt of the earth. That
I
I
wish it
don't
was
think
some-
it's salt down there.
No.
Yep. Who said that?
who said what?
Somebody at the back just said, I wish it was salt. I think it was Gray. It's one of the muckrakers, which...
I just, you know what? That's a kid.
But yeah, we'll wend our way back up.
Okay, sorry.
No, that was a great line. Great line.
That is a great line. Don't worry.
I'll
about
ask one more thing of the new priest on our way up.
Yes. Father Tertius.
Tertius, thank you. One thing more, Father Tertius. While we are going to be obviously investigating what has occurred here, could we advise perhaps that while we are investigating, I don't know if you have a Frateris militia you could call upon from outside the city, but clearly the matter is serious enough where it might be worth investigating.
I mean,
If
we
they've
are
sent a
investigating.
mob. Yes, but
We
I'm
are
thinking a private guard of some kind. Surely there's enough donations from the faithful where you could afford someone to watch the door.
I mean, well. They don't have anyone. Remember, no Mandarin uniform can be for the church.
True.
They would need to get a contingency of the Sororitas down there.
That would solve the problem nicely, but sadly I don't believe we have one of those on hand, do we? So
Unfortunately, one can't find a good bolter woman around when they need one. When one needs one. But we will see to it.
Sorry, that was me mentally suppressing a crack that would be out of character for this particular moment. Carry on. I was about to say out of character, wait till you get me a bolter, but not fitting for the moment at hand.
I mean, you can just say into your voice, but we'll work on that. Like we'll workshop that, I'm sure.
I'm sure we won't, but anyway. Well, thanks to Father for his time. If we please just inform your wandering priests that we'll be out wishing to make sure to protect them. We don't want to have any misunderstandings.
Yes,
Okay.
don't worry. We'll working on that.
Yes, we'll try and make sure that no one goes too far. The tensions are running high at the moment. Their false temple being destroyed has apparently made them very much angrier than they would be normally.
I saw that on the skyline. Seemed quite intense.
Yes.
I'm sure they'll forget about it eventually.
Apparently we lost
But
several brothers there.
We will. We do not worry. We will look. We don't not worry. We will. It is being taken. I'm sure. I hear that it is being looked into.
As we will look into this. So thank you for your time.
Thank you. May the God Emperor go with you.
Amen.
Emperor is always with us. One just needs to should know where to look for him.
Well, out on the streets today, I believe. Come along.
Yes. Let's go. Let us go, sister. Well then, that's at least some information to be gotten here.
Right.
Once we're outside the temple.
Yeah.
Yes.
Keep the secret conversation outside of the temple, just making sure Gray knows. We do have some sense of something. Not much, but we have some.
I'm sure that we will not be talking about what we're doing until we leave the temple.
Good. Right, let's go and collect the other two. If we are going to have to fish for these people, and if they are actually a proper militia, I want everyone available for this.
All right. You'll meet up with the guys who've been chatting with the police. You've got an idea. You're looking for someone wearing uniform, and you've got a list of a couple of witnesses who are not part of the Imperium.
Just to double check, does the uniform description that match the uniforms the police are wearing?
No. The police are wearing like much more elaborate blue-black style uniforms. that's kind of scream, "Look at me! I'm a protector of the police. I may accidentally shoot you."
I'm a big policeman. You can't fail to see me if you look at me. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yes.
This is
it's not urban. It's not urban camouflage.
Definitely. No, it's not camouflage. They very much want to be seen. Yeah, it makes sense. I forget. You may have told us this previously. Great. Does this regiment have a PDF? Sorry, does this planet have a PDF equivalent?
Yes, they have what they call the militias.
Does it sound like militia camo?
We
must have. Yeah, that's something to put a pin in, actually. Because if this is actually the militia rising up and attacking the temple, it's going to be a bigger problem.
That's a mess, yeah. It would be really nice to call up someone in the Administratum and get a image of every kind of uniform in the planet. Do we know anyone?
Yes.
How much do they hate us?
I don't think the Administratum hate us yet.
Oh, that's good. That's very good.
Turns out it's the same Administratum girl same Administratum lady we called up when we were doing the reverse ping attack.
Is your friend here in the corner?
Oh yes. Oh yes. She of the perennially lacking Kathy.
Look at you.
Oh, right, Aunt Kathy.
Sister stressed, if you will.
Judith Harkness.
Look at her. Look at Sarkis. Look at her.
How can a woman look more angry than Greta Thunberg? That's what I'm thinking when I'm staring at this lady.
Oh, it's really easy. You just have to be more angry.
I'm also guessing exposure to us, to be honest.
It wasn't. Well, I mean, Jesus, for a couple of other things, but yeah.
Seriously, right. They don't have the same expression, but they have the exact same attitude behind the expression.
Why am I here? Why am I dealing with this?
Why am I dealing with these idiots?
Who's taking my photograph, and why do I have to let them?
And how much do we have to charge them for photo licenses? All right. Who wants to brace themselves and place a call to the bureaucracy office?
And we're pretty sure they don't hate us, right?
Yes, admittedly, I'm looking at my character sheet. I don't have any noticeable hatreds from the Administratum on my sheet.
You leveled it out.
So yes, because they didn't like us for the first thing, and then we paid them off with a favour, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're currently net zero with these guys.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Well,
because I'm just spitballing here, but this is the kind of thing where dropping inquisitorial credentials would probably be the right move.
Unless you're absolutely confident you can bullshit that insurance investigator identity further, I suspect you're right.
No, no. Against the bureaucrats? I'm not even licensed in this system, much less any other.
What makes your players terrified? The bureaucrats.
Unfortunate.
Well, I mean,
look, the one person that the Joker is afraid of is the IRS.
Mm-hmm.
They can legally shoot him for not paying his taxes.
Taxman, whose superpowers are death and taxes. Yes.
Now that's a supervillain you've got to fear. Anyway, bureaucracy jokes aside. Yes, you're probably right. After all, let's face it, I suspect even if the Administratum isn't exactly on our side at the moment, they probably don't want temple riots, arson, and further provocations at the moment either.
I wasn't actually planning on telling them what we're investigating. I'm just asking for a list.
Oh, well, that's
I'm dealing with a bureaucrat. There's no need to give out extra information. It just muddies the water and takes up excess time. Mm-hmm. It's not efficient.
I hate to break it to you, but they don't keep records on water. They keep it on paper. I think we see where we've been struggling.
Anyways, you want me to make the call, or should somebody with lore bureaucracy do that?
That is up to you, or Sark. Is up to you, or Adid's characters.
It's not a lore bureaucracy. Okay.
I hate to say it, I have no skills for this particular conversation, so.
Right, I will call them up, I guess.
If you want to speak to your local bureaucracy, press 1. If you wish to hold, press 2. If you wish to report
inquisitorial code, inquisitorial passcode, Inquisitorial secret passcode. Ah, here we are. The Inquisitorial secret passcode, 8675309.
Papa John's Express Pizza Delivery Service.
You are now 15th in the queue.
There are 15 other Inquisitors on this planet?
No, there are 15 other people working
There are
for the
15
Inquisitor.
other. No, there are 15 other people with this level of access.
Yes. That would be
I'll be back to
significantly
you
more
guys for 2
sensible than
hours.
15 other Inquisitors.
40 minutes later, ding, you get a person. Imperial Bureaucracy, how may I help direct your call?
Yes, I need a listing, or rather an image of all uniforms on this planet and any nearby planets who would be acting in this planet in favor of or against the Imperium.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure I can just give that out willy-nilly.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. I'm with the Inquisitor.
And that will get you pushed up several levels.
Oh, I mean, I did punch my Inquisitorial passcode first.
Yes, that's why you got responded to today.
I am aware.
And
By something at least moderately human.
The funny part is that with the person who actually takes the call is the Inquisitor secretary.
Probably.
That, I could believe that, yes.
What's she doing talking for the bureaucracy?
She moonlights with the Administratum on her day off, clearly.
Where do you think she gets her information from?
Fair enough.
But
Well, look at
you'll
speaking to
actually
manager
get
that even
picked
saying
up
the
here
magic
by
word.
Harkness herself.
I think it's exactly what I expected.
Yep, because this is a great old pass the buck situation, and it ends up there.
It stops here.
She's about as junior as you can deal with you guys, and she also has dealt with you. Of course, this is another 30 minutes of kind of like
Phone
wait
tag,
time.
you know.
Waiting, yes, I expected that.
You've been listening to the same.
Fortunately,
jingle.
I'm out of recap.
Yeah. And you've been listening to the same jingle all the time because they've only got one song.
Unfortunately, I don't have cybernetic ears, so I can't just set that one to respond when someone human is there. Oh boy, I wish I could do that.
You've heard Praise the Emperor for his holy for 15 times now.
At least it doesn't interrupt it halfway through, because that would be heresy.
Our
Oh, no,
God
it
is an
does. It's
awesome
like, your call is important to us. Please hold the line.
No, that's heresy. You can't interrupt the praise songs of praise to the Emperor.
Let us not get to ecumenical debates with the good lady while we're still waiting on her damn service.
Right. So, it'll be...
Clearly, they're only playing the short version.
Yeah. So it only loops about 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, a lot of the verses are very similar.
Yes, well, it's easier to learn it by rote, isn't it, when you're a member of the pleb on a newly colonized
I'll
world.
just take a point of sand damage then, shall I?
What is your sun score at the moment?
I don't have a sand score. I have 1 point of corruption out of 7, though.
You get bureaucratic corruption.
Yeah, we're now going to be tracking multiple types of corruption.
you see the dark truths of
I see the dark truths of filing system. The entire universe has become clear to me. It's all alphabetized, from the smallest particle on up. Oh, thank goodness!
I can't wait to get back to Delta Green.
Right, what are you doing?
Oh, once she comes on the line,
Yeah.
I'm asking
that's
for the
what
thing
she's
I've asked
asking you.
for. Oh, yes, we're conducting an investigation.
Into what
We
this time?
need an image of all uniforms in use on this planet for the past 50 years.
Do you know how big that's going to be?
Yes.
I don't think we've even got that data, to be honest. They run a weird
I'll take whatever's available.
They run a weird militia system. So basically, they like small regiments or groups designed to be able to defend. Like they're more drinking clubs than anything else, as far as I can tell. But
we gave you an address then of a certain district. Would you be able to at least narrow it down to the militia uniforms of that district?
I might. What would be in it for me?
Prevention of a further slide into terror and disorder on this bloody planet?
Oh.
The discomfort to the locals who may have caused you a vexation.
Both good points.
Occasionally we have them.
Just knowing deep in your heart that you've made someone's life out there marginally worse.
I won't have to fill out a priority form.
Right, okay, let's go. Where are you?
I will give the appropriate district name.
Yeah, Sector 101.
And like the address. Yeah, 101.
All right. Looks like they've got about 4 militias operating in that area. Yeah, here you go. And they'll ping out multiple kind of picked images come across to you.
Right, straight into the picture capture.
All right.
Picture quarter.
Okay, can you try and not blow up too much of the city while you're doing this, guys?
We do not worry.
Funny enough, that's exactly why we're here.
Not blow something up, for the record.
Yes, to not blow something up.
Do not worry, none of us here are currently carrying any kind of explosives.
That sounds like something someone who's carrying huge amounts of explosive would be saying.
I am very carefully not going to say anything at all when Discard lies so blatantly about me.
Right, just try and stay a little quiet. You know, it's already a powder keg out there. The last thing you need is you guys nuking a city sector.
Trust me, we're trying to calm things down.
Do not worry, we will ensure that we're not going to be doing anything so silly as to deal with one set by wearing the colors of another set. That would be completely preposterous for any of us.
I'm gonna hang up now. Gonna hang up before I hear anything else.
I assumed she was already hanging up. That's why I haven't been saying anything. Because the whole purpose we're here is to prevent explosions. That's why I said it.
Look, we're going to at least need to have some level of anyway, continuing on. Closing up.
Success in talking some sense. Into who?
Me. I targeted myself with that.
Get the old sense stick ready.
I did.
I'm
now afflicted by the sense condition for the next 2 rounds.
Afflicted.
Afflicted, yes.
Unfortunately, you're the only one who's got sense, so you know.
I'm aware of that. That's why I have to apply it liberally when required.
Looking over the pictures, any of them are gray with a red armband.
Yeah,
I thought it was a sash.
Armband sash, yeah.
But there is a match.
There is a match, yeah. There's 2 of them.
Oh, did you guys find anything from the security cameras around the area?
There were none around the temple.
I don't believe you. Get the auspex.
We haven't looked. There were none inside the temple, but outside the temple, this is a hive city. I'm sure there's nothing here that's not monitored by somebody.
I wouldn't have expected ones inside the temple to survive the fire anyway. Imperial construction can only do so much.
Yeah, there's two of these 4 militias that wear similar colours. One's more orangey red, but you know, from the description you had, that's the actual markings themselves are different, but yeah, better than you had before.
Yeah, true enough. We brought it down to 2 rather than 4.
Right, next plan.
Well, who has the auspex? Is the first question, because we'll want to use that to help track down the security cameras that might have footage.
All right, let me find it. I have it here somewhere.
Because that will be very useful to go to the Imperial police, the Arbites, not the locals, and say, hey, these guys did it. Do you want us to arrest them, or are you going to handle it?
I was about to say, I didn't think you had that much trust of the local police, to be honest.
No, I don't trust them at all. I mean, he may have sounded completely honest and trustworthy, but that's just him, Higher-ups are probably planning something nefarious even as we speak.
Oh, damn, I failed the sense check miserably.
No.
Sorry, I hadn't twigged you'd sense checked me earlier. I only just found it when I was looking.
Oh, yes, that was before we started.
Fair enough. Right, auspex check was...
I can assist on tech or engineering and tech security.
Well, it's a tech test, so I'll be honest with you. I'm handing it off to one of you lot
Okay, I roll at 49.
because I have no points in it, and I roll at 25, so I'm not the person who should be using it.
Right, you just carry it around.
I can help with that.
Okay, I'll take the assist for advantage. Gray, we're checking. We're doing an Auspex test for security cameras. Should there be a difficulty?
Just a standard one.
Challenging it is.
Ooh, that's 0, 0, 0 there. But you get there. Yes, you can see them. There's definitely security cameras pointing at various directions.
Right. Fantastic. Now to just interface with them using my data slate. Yes, I think that does the job. Yes, that does the job. Routine tech test. Infiltrate with many machines.
You routinely start infiltrating machines.
So would it be routine tech, or would it? I need to use security on these. Are they
Maybe
hardened?
Security at this point, and it's going to be difficult.
Okay.
Because
I have security.
Yeah.
This is make a difficult terrain test. That did not go very well. Discard. You don't have security, do you? That's a lot of silence. It's got some kind of password on it.
Security?
The files are encrypted. Does anyone here know how to see an MP4?
It's even worse than that.
Give me a second.
Not an RM file. You wouldn't be that evil.
Okay, I have a
It's
question,
a VLC.
Gray. I have a question for you, Gray. This is a I can do investigation on it to get it to work. Would investigation work or logic?
What, on the?
We're breaking into a security camera.
Yeah, I don't think you can logic a security camera.
I mean, you can logic the means of getting into it. I mean, there's a very much easy thing of trying to figure out. Oh, this is where you navigate into it. But
I've got a data slate, so that handles that side of it. It's just that I don't know how to open the file.
Yeah, it's a password problem.
Okay, can I take a hard test on if I've been on Xenotech?
No.
Okay, well,
this is not Xenotech, is it?
Right. Well, we're just gonna have to find out who runs the camera and ask them.
This is Imperial Tech this is Imperial Tech from a divergent point of Imperial Tech history due to their isolation from the greater Imperium's material.
Worth discard. It's old Imperial Tech, so it's much better than anything we have access to.
Fair enough.
Which is probably most of the problem.
Roll deception in the DM. I feel horribly.
Okay.
Don't lie to the DM about game things. Lie to the DM in character.
Oh god. So
should we let that fly?
I lie to the machine spirit that I have the correct password.
The machine spirit says, "Bitch, you ain't."
Right. Out of nowhere, a security gun comes down and targets Discard. Not Mario, Discard.
Oh! Oh no!
Shoot, it's using metacausal weaponry.
My god!
Don't ask me how I know that. I shouldn't.
I mean, tech use would be your best option. You basically go for tech use here.
Yeah, that's what I tried.
You can't.
So now our only option is rubber hose. Rubber hose.
Can I pass it here? You mind if I take a look at it?
Sure.
I will use a.
I hand it to him upside down.
Not really necessary.
I had it back.
Difficult?
I had it back. Was it difficult? Okay.
Yeah, it was difficult.
Let me actually let me put the actual difficulty in. Sorry.
He doesn't notice it's upside down. He keeps pressing buttons.
Oh wait, nope, didn't work. I'm not that lucky.
I wouldn't have expected it to work. I mean, it's not an easy trick.
I wish if you threw it, they did it through the dice again, because it doesn't feel like the reroll works if the dice doesn't have it.
Yeah.
If it subtracts fate, it worked.
It works.
Anyway.
So you can see it change.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. We're just used to the dice flying, aren't we?
Uh-huh. Look, the die. Look, I need the
Oh, that's what that button does.
response.
All right. What have you just called in a crackdown?
Wasn't me. Wasn't me.
Suddenly, police started pouring out of every window.
Backup has arrived. But for who?
I think we're about to find out. I'll go
So
get
yes,
a coffee,
at this
shall
point
I?
we can say that the local security is actually got a proper password on it. You're not going to be able to hack it from just the street.
Well, like I said, it's time to try rubber hose decryption. So who owns this camera?
The government.
That's not very useful.
But it is accurate.
Yeah.
We have bugs on all the government stuff. We might have this footage.
No, you have bugs on all the Imperial government stuff, not the local government stuff.
You're right.
Yeah, remember
the locals.
No, all of our bugs are facing inwards. We haven't got any outward-facing bugs yet. Which is really a microcosm of the Imperium, if ever there was.
Yes. We're all spying on each other. We haven't got a clue what the locals are doing.
Oh, God. Do you trust the Arbites enough where we could go back under the whole PI disguise and get the footage off of them?
The local Arbites, or
well, this will be local government, so our Arbites won't have the footage, will they? Or at least I wouldn't think they would.
How about we go and just look at the? How about we go and take a look at these two similarly dressed? Take a picture of them ourselves, and then take it back to the luck lady, and see which one was it.
Good as anything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we do have a person. Does the data slate have a camera function?
Yeah, Pitcaster.
It doesn't take pictures. I had a picture recorder for that. Yeah. It can show pictures.
And you've been sent pictures.
But you do have yes, but you do have a camera for the purposes of taking one, as opposed to needing to go and buy one in a long.
Yes, of course I have a Pitcaster.
Very good.
Well, we have two sets of people. We
picture
have two
recorder,
sets
rather.
No, we have two sets of these two similar looking enough sets. We can go.
Yep.
Well, wait. We can just take these pictures we have on hand and take it to the lady.
Yeah,
correct.
I mean, we could do that. Yes.
Yes.
I'd rather have better pictures.
From the attendants that we talked to in the church seemed relatively sure they could recognize the uniform again without much help. So hopefully, poor quality or not, this should do the job.
Oh, worth a shot. All right, don't worry. Me and Sabina will return, and you guys wait here. We'll go take a. We'll take the. May I borrow your data slate for this? For these pictures, do you have means to render them in image format? Can you print these out?
Okay, you can borrow it, but I'm getting it back in one piece without muck on it.
So conditionals available.
Can do. No promises.
Squint.
The attendants were assigned to sewer duty. He's being clever.
I'm aware of that. I could smell it when you guys came back.
Well, be prepared to smell it again.
Remember, dear Sarkis, for the good of the Imperium.
No muck. I will have your word on that.
You're going to have my word on it. I don't think you're going to get his word out of it.
I'll hand it to Sabina.
Oh, thank you very much.
I get this back. No muck.
Yeah. I will then head off.
Sarkis takes very good care of his stuff. What?
But yeah, can I? On the subject of well cared for, is this the thing where you've spent like 2,000 credits over and under a mastercrafted data slate?
Everything in my inventory is mastercrafted,
Okay.
except the smoke grenades and the demolition charges because they're disposable.
Yeah,
I'm
I was
paying
going to say that would be a
500
little.
credits for a smoke grenade.
but the engraving on the handle is delightful. No, I'm with you on that one. It's a silly thing to make grenades mastercrafted. Anyway. All right. Yeah, great.
Said about the knife tax.
Right.
Yep. That's on
Back to the sewers.
Back to the sewers.
Oh, that reminds me. I should ask that tax collector what happened to the knife because it's got a long and storied history.
Almost as long as stories its tax refit forms.
Yes.
So, yeah, you trudge back in. You obviously don't. You just go straight downstairs. You don't need to.
Well, yeah, we've got permission to talk to them, so hopefully we shouldn't need to go through the rigmarole again.
Yeah.
But show the muckrakers these two militia photos. Which one is more likely? Do they remember?
They can't tell that much difference. It's like the uniform's correct, but it's the patch.
Mm-hmm.
From the distance they were seeing, they could just tell it was a patch. They don't know which patch of the two it was. It could be either. One thinks it's one, the other thinks it's the other.
No. One of them tells truth, the other only lies.
Just ask them what colour
and then we're back
is. That's the thing.
Well, at the moment, the problem at the moment, Gray, is that significant chunks of the sky are lurid green to a certain thing blowing up. So,
It's been a couple of weeks since we've all healed up. The green is worn off by now, I'm sure. Mostly.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Somewhat.
All right, fair enough. It was worth a try.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we will return to the power pair.
Mm-hmm.
Your data slate is clean, fret not.
Thank you.
No firm identification. They're quite sure the uniform's correct, but the patch doesn't. They weren't clear enough on the patch. It doesn't match those two, and they couldn't really describe it beyond being it looked different.
Could be that these are people who want to look like a militia, but
could be.
I mean, honestly, they say there's pizza mostly social gathering in pubs. We might need to go by some. We could go by drinking establishments and see if anyone matches the look. Because the main thing we know about these people is that they've got uniforms and promethium, and probably some liquid courage for all we know.
Actually, hang on.
Promethium.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. Right. Like, does this district have like a promethium refinery in it or anything like that, or even like a fuel dump?
Not off the top of your head.
Aspects of promethium, the residues. Let's see if it was Imperial make.
That's a good shout.
Find out if we're missing any.
Oh.
If it turns out the Inquisitor has a secret, significantly more competent team that's been burning this place down under his orders, I will be most put out.
What? Discard just died.
No, it's not. I'm not thinking about that. No.
Man's melting.
That way madness lies.
Anyways, Gray, well, we're investigating the promethium. I need to go out and, for my next disguise, find myself the local equivalent of a Hawaiian shirt and some khaki pants and a wide brim straw hat.
What?
So that I can take pictures of the local militias, so we can figure out which one it was.
I thought we already. Okay.
We don't know which of the two it is, so I'm hoping I can get some face pictures because those tend to be easier to identify people with.
True. Sorry, it was just the exact disguise you were chosen that caught me slightly off guard there. I was thinking, yeah.
What, tourist? How else am I going to be allowed to take pictures of everything?
Just do me a favor, and if you get arrested, at least have some spare change to pay for your own bail.
I mean, I am kind of running low on money, but I only have just barely 1,700.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
And 41 local currency.
They kind of want to return. Me just longingly wanting to return back to me wanting to longingly return to stabbing people. It was so much simpler then.
We'll get there in time. We just have to find the right people to stab.
Yeah, you can't just go around stabbing everyone.
We specifically promised we wouldn't stab randomly. You know, with like grenades and explosives and things.
That
God
is
dang
not
it,
how
did
you
it again.
stab. That is not how you stab. By the
That's not
Emperor,
how you
I think-
stab.
No. Because I have a sword like the Emperor intended. I don't try and stab people with the blunt end of a grenade.
I'm not using the blunt end. I'm using the shrapnel. That's why it's random.
All right, pulling out
This
the
conversation distresses me.
pulling out the ibuprofen.
Good.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Throwing grenades randomly in a hive city should be distressing.
How's your day going, guys?
Oh, good. The beer's done. Anyways, you guys are going to go talk to the underpriests who are underpriesting.
Oh, did we already do that, or did we?
You
not?
did.
We did that.
Yeah.
Oh, you did that. Right.
Yeah, but that was the thing we already did. If you want to go do this guy's thing, go ahead. But other than that, I think the plan is bar crawling, essentially, if you want.
Right.
Go
We
the other
were investigating the Prometheum. That's right.
Yes.
Yes.
Because if it turns out that that's definitely Imperial make, then we've got a completely other way to go.
Well, if it's definitely Imperial make, then that's definitely we ring up the Inquisitor and say, hey, those inward-facing bugs.
Yep.
Maybe go and get them.
Only we don't ring him up. We deliver that in person.
Reasonable.
Written down on a piece of paper in Imperial cipher. Why do I keep finding new things I have to spend experience points on?
Yeah, games.
Yeah, true.
Other languages. Yeah, linguistics, inquisitorial
You
cipher.
know what? I ask around about a gas station. Nope.
You could do some science on the Promethean.
Do we have?
That's actually a good shout. There is a science skill in this game.
Yeah.
We have an Auspex.
Oh,
Do we
wait, yeah, we can bloody scan it with the Auspex.
we have the dead guy. Wait a second. We have the dead guy.
You can't
Oh
scan
yeah,
the dead
it's
guy.
still under stasis.
We can scan the stasis man.
Can't you Auspex something in stasis? You're just looking at it.
He is being considered a local canon/saint in the making. There is a difference between wandering in and talking to the priest and scanning their stasis holy man. You're going to have to be very careful if you set that up. They will ask awkward questions if you're caught doing it. Probably shouty, pointy questions.
Nah, it's for the record. It's for record keeping. What? What's wrong, Gray?
No, it's
I didn't say a word.
No, that was me sniggering, to be fair.
I know.
That's a fair point.
I heard someone start typing.
Oh, that's just, I'm typing something else. It's fine. It's nothing to do with you at all.
The crimes that we are committing and how to hit us for them later.
Right.
All right, come in, Sabine. Let's go with the Auspex back to the guy with under the stasis cloth.
I tell you what, while you do that, I'm going to just have a quiet word with Tertius, just to make it, best will in the world, we need you to be on task and do it quickly for minimum fuss purposes.
All right.
So, go ahead and do it. I'll,
That'd be a tech
terrible small talk away.
Yes. But you can get plus 10. But we'll take it down to like a normal test because you've got an Auspex.
I mean, okay, so challenge, because routine is plus 20, and that would be easy to do, just pick them up and do a scan on them. But
okay, so the scan isn't the problem. It's more getting to and scanning him because you're going to need to turn the stasis field off. Because the whole idea of the stasis field is it will stop anything from moving. So you can't scan something that's in stasis because you can't pick up any of the molecules.
Okay, well, plus 10, you say. I'm going to re-roll that. That's a nice number, but You know what? I'm just gonna I'm going to fate reroll that, but I'm going to do that without doing the reroll function because I want to see the dice fall again. So.
Save
10
settings.
plus 10. Yay, 8.
Yep.
I walk up, I bump I back up, I accidentally surreptitiously bump the stasis field, turn the stasis field off. Everyone hears some screaming in fiery agony as I scan him to turn it off again.
Just the room smells of that a burnt pork smell as you accidentally turn the stasis field off for a few seconds and like immediately oopsie and turn it back on.
I pull out a hot dog and start eating it just to cover the burnt pork smell.
Okay.
What?
Don't eating in the sanctuary. Come on now.
Yeah, you're in a temple. No crumbs.
I just love it. You just pull out like this like street vendor hot dog.
Yeah, also, I mean, to be honest, for the record, out of character, I also probably think eating something that's been grilled is probably offensive in front of a man who's been burnt to death. But that's perhaps too long a question to raise up when you're standing in front of a man who suddenly starts to smell of it.
Well, it's to cover the smell of him, of the fact, like, oh, what's that burnt pork smell? Oh, he's eating a footer. Okay. With extra onions.
All right.
Why does it smell like burnt flesh in here? What is in that hot dog?
You'll have
I don't know.
You'll have to forgive Bro PRTS. He has a very distinct off-world taste. I've learned not to ask what in the.
Is he doing off-world? Why is he eating off-world?
This is particular.
No. Things from off-world, man. He's not a cannibal.
Off-world, man.
This corpse starch dog is delicious. Yum.
I'm surrounded
anyway
by insanity. I am surrounded by maniacs. I am going to just. Sabina's just going to have to take a second and just, not let the anger out.
I am very. Anyway, having scanned the man and come back. Okay, Sabine, we're good.
Okay. All right. Next time, can you not bring food into the church as a matter of respect? We've had this.
It's on a stick. See, it's very convenient.
That's not the problem with the food.
The charge.
The Emperor tests me every day with my companions. Father Tertius, I may need one of your private prayer rooms after this day is done.
He's just looking in like shock at this point.
You get that feeling. You get used to it.
Yes.
Come along, brother. Let's get on with it.
May the Emperor be with you.
Starts dialing
May
to higher ups. It's like, who the hell have they sent down here?
Yeah, it's the fucking. It's the Starsky and Hutch equivalent, isn't it? Yeah, that's what we are.
You're number 469 in the queue. Estimated time, 3 years.
I mean, that's honest. That's in our favour. Let's be honest. Ha ha! Finally, bureaucracy pays off. All right. So, with scan in hand, Gray.
You have the molecular structure of the Prometheum, and all Prometheum has kind of got like a factory like quirk. No two factories produce this Prometheum exactly the same way, molecular level. Like there's always impurities and
counting
stuff like
on that.
Yeah. So yes, if you could find more of it or like a reference, I'm not sure. Would the Imperium keep like a reference? Not the Imperium itself, but
I feel like the Administratum would, because I feel they'd want like a record of bad Prometheum not to use.
I mean,
I'm sure the Arbites do.
I'm sure anyone who runs a supply or a supply quarter for any local source Prometheum, since I don't think we can get all of it off, thing would have at least some on hand so we could test. So maybe we can do with any Imperial quartermaster or so forth, or supplier. You know what I mean?
yeah, you can have a look around. You have to blag your way into the quartermasters.
You do or don't, sorry.
Well, it depends. Are you doing Imperial Quartermasters or local Quartermasters?
Well, we might as well do both. I mean, Imperial, we shouldn't need to blag.
Imperial Quartermasters would still be have to source some of their stock locally.
True, but I feel like we should check out the Imperium one as well anyway, just for thoroughness' sake. You know.
That's what I'm saying. If you go in and take a look at the Imperial Quartermaster, they should have some representation of local stock.
Oh, gotcha.
Because not all Promethium would be sourced from the big fleet upstairs because they can't refine it up there.
Yeah, that's good.
So the Imperial Quartermaster then.
Imperial Quartermaster.
Excellent. Tobias Worth. Imperial Quartermaster.
This is more Ministratum. Not Ministratum. There would be.
He would be Administratum, yes.
Okay.
You'll now. How are you going to get access to him? Are you flashing the rosette?
The fact that Gay brought that up.
Oh, because he's a busy man and he's not going to let anybody random wander in. So you have to have some way of getting an appointment this century.
Tell a part truth and drop the fact that we're investigating an arson. A series of arsons, potentially. Motivate him somewhat, perhaps.
He's a bureaucrat. This is a problem. Yeah, he's not going to give us anything.
Look, the man up top doesn't need to not know anything of this. His assistants are probably much more able to pliably get through.
This is
so
the lowest level. I'm assuming this guy is the lowest level you can get to without
this guy here.
This guy is kind of like who you have to talk to.
You know what? Do you think 100 solars will help let him look the other way as we get samples?
Did somebody say bribery? That's my one of my talents.
Bribery is probably the most effective thing here, rather than going through the headache of doing yet another lie. All right.
However, I don't have intuition people. Yes, I do. What am I saying?
You can just give yourself the specialization as a 0 thing for it.
No, I have it. I actually have put points into it. I'm not terrible at intuition people.
Okay.
That's why I rolled an 83. I'm sorry. That's why I rolled a 3. Hey, Gray, is this guy bribable?
At that rate, yeah. There we go. It comes to me. A certain extent, this guy is properly bribable.
Great. Discard. Pass him a reasonable amount of money.
Okay, give me a second. Let me get back over to it. I'll take it out of the bribe kit. I'll break it out of the bribe kit fund for reimbursement later. Give me 1 moment.
What? Oh, you're gonna ask him for a receipt?
He'll give you.
He is a bureaucrat.
Yeah.
You know what?
He is a bureaucrat.
You know what? We're not playing Blood Bowl. Would 50 solars be good, Gray, on this?
Well, 50 solars is kind of Forgotten how much that's like what you pay for your accommodation for a month.
Yeah, that's a month's rent.
Yeah.
Or a day's wage.
I mean, do you
want
a
week's wage?
A week's wage.
Okay, so there's a question. So Gray, what's the price points we're dealing at here? What would he give us for 50 solars?
You don't know until you give him 50 solars.
Well, what are we asking for?
Yeah.
We're looking. Okay, we're asking the man to point us to any and all locally sourced. We're doing a spot inspection. We're looking at all in locally sourced. Promethium that is made in this hive.
Discard. Be on the up and up. We don't need to lie to this guy. We're investigating something, and we need to see compare his Promethium to this sample.
Then why am I having to come up with it?
I don't know. You volunteered.
I volunteered to give the man money. You don't have to, like, here.
Yes, that's why I let you.
50 solars, here.
Great. Will that be a sufficient expedited processing fee?
Yes.
Fantastic. It's not about bribing people. It's about naming it, giving it the correct name. The receipt. I hand it to discard. I hand the man his money. We get our get to the investigating part.
Okay, so Tobias has been properly lubricated, and happy to pass you the list of all kind of specifications of the local factories.
Great.
They don't have the chemical file on that, but they can. What he can do is give you kind of a list of what's in store from each place, and from there it will just be like make work basically to just wander around and figure it all out.
Mm-hmm. That reminds me, did you guys ask about how long it was between the first and second fire bombings? Like, did they hit the same night?
Not the same night, but it was, I think, at least some time between.
So we've got probably a day or two to work on this.
Presumably.
Hopefully.
I'm
we
sure
don't have to leave anyone behind on guard.
Considering the fact they started small and started getting larger throughout, it's more like an escalation of it's an escalation of opportunity since they know there's no true pushback on it. Honestly, this is probably something being done by people who are inebriated at the pub that are taking their what's the word, frustration out.
Maybe, but we should still treat it as something worse for now until we have proof.
That's just me. That's just me spitballing. Don't worry about
It's a possibility. I'm not denying that, but let's not presume it's the only one just yet.
I'm not ruling out anything. It could be all chaos cultists, formally dressed for all I know.
Do not tempt the Emperor's patience.
They did have that one goat man.
Formally dressed chaos cultists. They turn up instead in proper robes.
Ugh, Slaneshis.
Yeah, they actually, if anyone would be, it would be them, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Or Zenshins pretended to be Slaneshis.
What's scarier? What kind of chaos cultists are scarier? The ones that are missing teeth and trestle and in horrid rags with rusted implements, or the very dapper dressed tuxedo wearing ones with elegant masks and sharp gleaming knives?
I'm going to go
up behind you right now. Quick draw.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is a coroner master, so we don't really need the chemical breakdown. We just need samples of the material of the Prometheum on hand. We can get us. Yeah. And then you can just scan and compare it to what we have from the man who was set on fire.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Basically, it's grunt work. At this point, you're kind of the actual kind of matching them up just takes time. You have to go up 3 floors to this vent, and check a couple of, then you have to go down 2. It's just a matter of moving around all these various stockpiles and explaining who you are.
Do you want to do a routine? Do you want to make it a routine tech test to do this, or no?
No, I'd just say it's time.
Do we even need a test?
You don't even need a test at this point. The machine tells you everything.
Yeah, thank you, Tricorders.
Did we hand the priests our comm codes in case anything bad happens?
Not necessarily.
I'm going to go nip back over to the temple.
Can you do that while getting lunch? All I've had is a street dog.
Sure, Dots is on the way. I'll pick us up some fast food there. Gray, I'm gonna nip back over to the temple and hand them my my comm bead code. Not gonna tell them who I am. Just let them know that, look, if anything bad happens, give me a buzz. I'm some muscle. The Imperium protects. The Emperor is watching. All right. Wearing my very obvious Imperial clothes, and then I'll stop and pick up 4 hamburgers on the way.
All right.
5 hamburgers?
No, 4 Warhammer burgers on the way. From the Warhammer Burger Emporium. That's why they call them the Whoppers.
I saw what you did there. I can't stand it, but I do acknowledge it.
I'm truly a frustrating person to be around. What?
Oh God! No, just no.
You don't normally get that level of self-recognition, do you?
No, it's refreshing. It's refreshing.
Actually, Grace, since I'm picking up lunch anyways, I'm going to make an inquiry check to hobnob with the locals while I'm waiting.
Okay.
Oh, do I have? Where did I put that? There it is. Charm wrapper inquiry. There we go. Just, see if I pick anything up.
All right, impressive success.
Nice.
I'll take that.
Yeah. So just generally about what's going on.
Yeah, just talking about the fire. Not mentioning where it was, just the fact that there was a fire.
Yeah, apparently you're talking with the Imperials, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, I'm currently dressed as an off-worlder. I'm going to retain the insurance investigation shtick.
Yeah. They'll be worried about it, but not entirely sure what else they can do. That type of thing. It's they were expecting resistance, but they weren't expecting this kind of organized level of resistance.
Mm-hmm. This is me talking to the locals in the diner while I'm grabbing lunch, not the temple guys.
Yeah. Oh, the locals. Okay, so the locals are kind of like there's a split between the locals. That they're not sure. Like, some people think it's too extreme. Some people think it's exactly what they need to do. Yeah, all that type of stuff. But generally, they just seem to think that, maybe the priests should just go away. They're not wanted. Right? We've already got the Seraphim looking after us. Why do we need the God Emperor? Is it even a god?
What even is a god? Is a god a
It's
seraphim?
a good thing Discard's not here.
Yeah.
Not mentioning the Omnissiah, not mentioning the Omnissiah, not mentioning the Omnissiah.
Yeah, please don't, when stepping through a minefield, put down more mines.
Yeah.
Yes, no.
Do you know, I've heard they even worship machines. Like they're gods.
Don't do it. Out of character, don't do it.
3 minutes later, the bar is dead.
No, it's that sort of old meme, isn't it? From
No, I promised I wouldn't. I'm not spending a demo charge.
He says aloud.
Oh my God!
I did not say it aloud.
You were only supposed to go and get a bloody burger, not blow the bloody doors off.
Heroic walking out from the diner and the diner just explodes.
Oh God!
Just the camera pans to his face for the Messiah.
Okay, Blue
They weren't
brother.
up to code.
And so you made them fail every code, like devastating the
They
bar.
weren't up to code, so I ran an HFC, halt catch fire.
Okay, I'm both impressed and worried that you already had a TLA ready to go.
You aren't familiar with the halt catch fire assembly opcode?
No, I can't say I am.
Yeah, Intel was running it a couple of weeks ago by accident. Months ago? Anyways, there was a whole thing about Intel chips catching fire or burning themselves out, something like that.
Yeah, weren't they losing, like, the longer you ran them, they were losing more and more bits, weren't they? Because it was slowly.
It was something bad was happening. I've been running
Wait,
AMD for 20 years, so.
Circus, I have a question for you.
Yes, I got you a burger without cheese.
Do they have cheese on them, though? Does cheese exist?
Mine does.
Does cheese exist? Had to wrap around like 2.5 hours later.
Our conversations are circular. It just takes a while. It's very big.
Self-referential. Mine does. You just didn't ask for cheeseburgers.
The collective brain cell slowly overheats.
Yeah, we're getting towards the end of the session now, anyway.
I got your fries.
Anyway, we have
You better
Craig,
put me a double portion price
does
for this shit.
Does all this grunt work give us an idea, at least?
Yes, you managed to get it down to a couple of manufacturers, and it's not even manufacturers. It seems to be that there is like one kind of the Inquisition, not the Inquisition, sorry, the Imperium is subcontracting for some of their local needs, so they are kind of they are piggybacking off the supply chain for the locals, which is normally not a problem because the local distributors want to make money. So this has been gained from the, what do I call these guys?
I mean, it could be the fact it's not militia gear. It could be factory. It could be uniform factory wear.
Yeah,
it could be. That's why I didn't ask for militia outfits. I asked for outfits.
well,
I kept it vague.
Yeah, outfits wise, it's just generally we make them. They get mass produced. The militia outfits are mass produced for the whole kind of planet almost. There's not much difference between them. There's two styles. There's urban and rural.
Yep.
So urban obviously just goes to the hives, and rural goes to everyone else. There's not that many rural militias.
Right.
They don't tend
What
to
about
make...
the Prometheum?
Prometheum. Also, I've got hiccups. Don't know where they've come from. The Prometheum is kind of stored in local depots. The 101st, upper militia, is kind of control of one of them. So that seems like that would be a good place to look.
Do they match the uniforms we're looking for?
Yeah, they're one of the two.
Uh-huh.
The other one is the lower militia, but they apparently don't have access because they cover the lower half of the sector. They don't tend to use as many vehicles and stuff like that, so they don't have as much need for Prometheum.
Oh, right. Prometheum's not just fire.
No, it's everything.
It's a universal fuel source that runs your ship, your tractor.
I always forget you can do things with it besides burning things down.
Yeah.
It is one of the universal things that has in 40K, which...
Right, yeah. I remember now. Eventually.
But yes, they have several stockpiles, and they've been kind of cycling those through to the Imperium for a bit of profit. The Imperium's mostly trading kind of stuff that you can't get on World. They're kind of oh, we'll give you this if you give us local money. Or we'll forgive some of your tithes if you give us local money.
Sounds like they have a good system going already, in fairness.
Now, this isn't the first time they've reclaimed a world. They don't want to disrupt the local economy. We're going, guess what, guys? You all use thrones now.
Have fun.
I mean, the main thing is to offer things from off-world. So the main way to legitimize your own throne currency is to use it for, say, having to pay tithes or exchange for imperial goods like imperial lasguns, or the use of imperial tech priests and all that kind of stuff.
But yeah, all right, that's a good start. It seems like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
So
we can try that
now we have somewhere to investigate next time.
Yeah, you got a good location of where their depot would be.
Okay, we can go investigate it next session.
Yeah,
a defo on the depot, if you will.
Now the question is: do we call in the Imperial Police, the Arbites?
I don't think we should until we've investigated first, because if we do it and it's a dud, shit kicks off.
I would like to let them know.
I mean, the main thing about all this here... I'm sorry, go ahead.
I mean, I would like to let them know, hey, we may have found someone who's been burning down churches, and it's a planetary defense force, or local equivalent, and we'd appreciate having some backup sitting around if necessary.
I mean, we also want to make this as quiet as possible. So what we can do... Well, the thing is, we want this to not have any blowback on the Imperium in its own right. So the next thing we do is research local hive gangs, find one in the area, dress up as them, and then attack the Arbites.
Wait, why are we dressing up as them instead of just bringing them with us?
Because that's a lot less of a pain in the rear than having to getting actual local. We want blowback to happen to them because that means we'd have to incentivize them to attack the militia for their own right, and that would be something completely else. What we want to happen
that might be difficult. You're right.
What we want to happen is we let the Arbites know what we're going to be doing. We go dress as a local hoodlum gang. We attack the local militia. Have the local Arbites come in and drive us off, so that it looks like they're getting it, like they're protecting the people in, and they go and occupy where the militia used to be.
Okay, yeah, this is a good plan. I sign off on this.
It'll do.
I try my best.
Right.
No, this is a good plan. I approve.
Sarcasm.
No, that would have /sarcasm tag on it.
No, I think that's not actually being sarcastic for once.
No, genuinely wasn't.
Yeah, solid plan.
Excellent.
All right.
Only see 3 or 4 ways it'll backfire and hurt us horribly.
Yeah, but that's Gray's job, isn't it?
Yes, I'm not going to mention them.
No.
Well, sensible and prudent.
I mean, there are different. Yes, it's not foolproof, but no plan is. There is no plan. There is yet to be a plan that's made foolproof. There's always
don't make plans for your enemy.
Always a good plan. Anyway, we'll sign off for this week.
Okay.